And welcome back, YouTube. This is Booster Box Buster here with another video. Today I'm going to be sharing with you even more Dragon Quest Metallic Monster Gallery miniatures that I recently bought. I got 6 miniatures to go through, and let me tell you, they are all amazing. So first up, we're going to start with a big one, okay? Representing Dragon Quest IV, we have the final end boss, Death Pizarro. This guy is amazing. Look at the horns, the 2 faces, the one on his head with the 3 eyes, the one on his stomach that's looking very hungry. I love the white claws that are a very nice contrast to the metallic green. And the detail is absolutely outstanding on this guy. Beautiful figure. Beautiful metallic piece to the collection. There's the back. Absolutely love it. And this guy is large and in charge too. Take a look at this Coca-Cola can standing right next to him. He stands probably about 3/4 the size of a can of Coca-Cola. Absolutely beautiful piece. That is the Death Pizarro. Alright, so up next we're gonna go to a common enemy from the Dragon Quest franchise. Making multiple different appearances, we have the Hoodlum. I love the blue with the silver and the orange gloves, very nice contrast. And the axe with the gold, with the gold handle, the wooden handle. Very nice attention to detail on there. This guy did come in 2 different color variants. I believe it was like a red hood and a green hood. I opted for the blue one. I only got one of the variants this time around, because this guy is quite expensive for a more common enemy of the franchise. There is his hooded cape. Absolutely beautiful miniature. That is the Hoodlum, and he does have some padding on his feet, so that's why he doesn't scratch up whatever, however you decide to display him. And he stands about half the height, maybe not quite, maybe a little bit under half as tall as a can of Coca-Cola. That is the Hoodlum. Up next, representing Dragon Quest III, in the first official remake of the game, they added a secret dungeon you could do after you beat the game, and this is the boss of that secret dungeon. We have Zen Lan, the dragon. Look at this guy. Absolutely beautiful. He comes on a very unique cone-shaped stand, so it looks like he's kind of floating down out of the sky. And if you can best him in combat, he will grant you 1 wish. This may look similar to another certain wish-granting dragon, and I think inspiration for both of those dragons came from the same source. I love the eyes, the purple horns and spikes that run down his body are very nice contrast to the green. And of course that flamin' purple tail is another beautiful piece. And one thing I do need to note, if you buy this miniature secondhand, do be careful, because his mustache is not connected as part of the figure. In fact, they are plastic pieces. And that's because if they were to mold that, they would snap so easily out of the material that they use to build these miniatures. So I do really like the use of the translucent green plastic mustache. I think it really, it just really works with this particular miniature. Here is the back side, nice and silver. That side, and back around to the front. But yeah, just a beautiful miniature. Super happy to have this in my collection. That is Zen Lan from Dragon Quest III. Up next, another heavily reoccurring enemy in the Dragon Quest franchise. We have the Muddy Hand. I gotta say, the use of just that gold metallic paint with the detail on the hand, you have the mud running down, just absolutely amazing. And this has a very big versatile of uses too. This could easily be used in Dungeons and Dragons as like a giant or a golem that's being resurrected out of like a giant marsh or mud pit, and its hand just sticks out before the rest of its body does. It has many different uses, and I absolutely love this piece. Being a smaller one, it is on the more affordable side compared to the rest of the miniatures that you are seeing today. That is the Muddy Hand. And, sorry, I forgot to give you an example. Zen Lan stands about that tall compared to a can of Coca-Cola. Sorry, let me back that up. So about a little bit taller than the Hoodlum, and the Muddy Hand is quite small, only coming in at about a quarter the size of a can of Coca-Cola. Let me center him. There we go. I think that looks pretty good. Up next is another common enemy. This one, I believe, was not introduced until much later in the franchise. I think Dragon Quest 9 or 10. Please correct me if I'm wrong on this. But we have the Slime Sister Stack. 3 she slimes stacked on top of one another. Beautiful piece. Very simple. Of course, you got the very simple slime face, just colored pink. I love it. And although she's not very wide, she's about as wide as the hand, she does stand fairly tall. About as half as tall as a can of Coca-Cola, right about the height of a Zen Lan over there. And for the final miniature of this episode, the one I have been waiting for. As soon as I seen it pop up for pre-order, for re-release, I pre-ordered it because I wanted this guy for the longest time. And finally I can add him to the collection, that being from Dragon Quest III, the most iconic boss battle that's not the final boss. Orochi, the multi-headed dragon, This guy is absolutely amazing. Could easily stand in for like a mini Hydra for the Dungeons & Dragons campaign, or as just a multi-headed like spawn of Tiamat for Dungeons & Dragons as well. Super cool miniature. I love the green and purple. As you can tell, that's kind of a theme. A lot of green miniatures this time around. The really dark purple, almost like blue, used for the spikes, is absolutely striking. I love that each one has a really detailed face and mouth. I mean, look at all those teeth. Beautiful. Even the back ones. I love it. The glowing eyes of death. The complete purple striped bottom. The backside of the miniature, just a beautiful piece all around. Super happy to have this in my collection. I'm not gonna lie, I thought he would be a bit bigger. I thought it'd be on the size of Pizarro over there. Maybe a little bit larger, but I will definitely take this guy. Orochi as added to the collection. Now, one thing I do want to make a note about before I end the video here, I'm going to move these so it doesn't clash as bad. Before I end the video, one thing I do want to note. So these all come in either plastic wrap bags, which is what these two came in, or they come inside boxes that have styrofoam to keep them protected. So these two just came in the simple plastic wrap bags. These four came in boxes. And I just kind of want to show you the size comparison of the box compared to the miniature that came in. Okay, so first up we have Zenlon. So that's the size box that he came in. Not too bad. I mean, understandably, you want to make sure that he's protected on all sides. Orochi. Kind of large, but with all the heads, I can probably understand that. Plus, you know, this is a really desired miniature, so you really want to make sure that this gets to where it needs to go. Now tell me, why on earth does Death Pizarro, who is this tall, this wide, and Hoodlum, who is about half the size of Pizarro, come in the same size box? This just seems like an absolute waste of packaging. You could easily have cut the box size almost in half, and this guy would still be protected. There's no reason this box needed to be this large. He can almost be wrapped up if it wasn't for his axe, which I understand the axe would very easily chip off if he was just wrapped up in plastic compared to a box, but there's no reason that Death Pizarro and Hoodlum need to share the same size box when Death Pizarro is much, much larger of a miniature. That's just a little bit of a rant I had for this video. With that, I want to say thank you for watching the video. Please let me know your favorite miniature out of these in the comments down below. And as always, thank you for watching. If you enjoyed this video, hit that like button. If you want to see future content like that, hit that subscribe button. And I will see you next time. This is Booster Box Buster, and I'm signing out. Peace.